The Cupcakes Murder, Part 3. I found Andrews as usual, propping up the bar in Copeland's. He looked the worse for wear. I ordered a drink for me and a refill for the cop. He nodded his thanks, waiting for me to speak. "What do you know about the Cupcakes Murder?" I asked him. "Nothing," he slurred back. I slid a note across the bar. He took it, but he stayed silent. I waited. "Still nothing," he said. "There's nothing to know. No leads, no clues. No one's given us anything." The whores were about as observant as three blind mice. I noted he didn't say anything about the barman and that sparkling tooth. "Forensics?" I asked. The bullet was clean. No records of the gun being used before. And Santa wears gloves, so nothing on him from the pub. As I said, we've drawn a blank. "And that suits you." Andrew shrugged his indifference. "You think it's an inside job?" I asked. He shrugged again. "Word is that it isn't someone close to Christoph, but it was certainly a hit. This was no accident. Someone wanted Santa dead." Andrews finished his drink. I ordered a top-up for him, left money on the bar, and turned to go. I decided to keep the information Peter told me about the tooth to myself for now. Jenkins was a dirty, low-down, two-bit drug dealer. He was as bent as the day was long. God knows how he was still alive. He must have ripped off every hoodlum in town. He was the kind of guy that no one talks to unless they want something, and who speaks to no one unless there's something in it for him. I wanted something. "What do you want, Archer?" He spat as soon as he saw me. "Good day to you too," I said, mostly because I knew it would piss him off. "I don't have time for games," he said, which was a game in itself, as he had more time than anyone. "What do you know about the Cupcakes Murder?" I smiled at him, watching him calculate the price. I handed him a note. He hesitated, deciding if it was enough, then spoke. "Only that it has baffled everyone," he said. "Usually when this happens, some big shot boasts about it to their mates. But with this, there's a stony silence. No one knows a thing." I looked at him. He seemed to be telling the truth. He had a habit of scratching his head when he was lying, but now his hands were in his pockets. "So no word of a motive? No dispute between gangs?" I asked. Jenkins shook his dirty head. I could almost see the lice crawling on his greasy hair. "Okay," I said, "but if you hear anything, you tell me, okay?" Jenkins was scum, but actually, he was loyal. I knew he'd get in touch if anything happened, but I didn't expect it to. Nothing was going to happen in this case. I could see why the police had put in minimal effort. This was a piece of scum murdered by one of his own. It was already a cold case and getting colder by the minute. I'd sniff around a bit more, but basically I'd have to tell Christoph that nothing's doing. I decided to head back to the office to pick up Molly. I'd take her for a drink. I liked talking cases over with her. She was a good listener, and it helped me sort out my own thoughts. But when I walked into the office, I could tell there was something wrong. Her smile was not quite a smile. She nodded towards the corner, and there sat a tall, wiry man with a slightly gaunt look, a pistol in his hand, and a smile that revealed a trademark diamond.